This is St. Paul Catholic Church Road, Phase 3, one of the best planned areas of Gwagwalada town in the Federal Capital Territory. There are schools, businesses, waterbirds, and even residences situated in this district. But here we have refuge dump just by the roadside of this area. Tell me, how do you think the people of this area are coping with the stench that comes out of this waste dump? Let's hear from them.
I'm a resident of Phase 3 Gwagwalada, and what you're seeing behind me probably is an eyesore. For those of us who stay here, it has been a very disturbing sight for us, and for our health in particular, we don't think it's okay.
This bola is blocking our way to pass. Where they keep the bola is entering the roads.
The site is disgusting, you get. But the possible solution or ways the government can help is providing like a dump site for this type of thing to make the road at least safe and conducive.
As disturbing as the situation may seem, this is where some people get their daily bread to feed their family.
If I pick the trash, I gather them to sell the trash recyclers and use the money to feed myself and my parents. I feed my 5 children with the money I get from collecting trash.
But does that mean that it is okay to discomfort people of the area by dumping trash by the roadside? Reacting to this phenomenon are some of the residents of the area, especially the food vendor, who said she is losing her customers as a result of this dump. According to her,
honestly, the dustbin has been disturbing. Most of my customers couldn't sit down and eat because of the dustbin. Most especially, like on Saturday, they used to come and pack the dustbin. On Saturday, you can't stay within this vicinity because of the smell, the odor. The odor used to be very, very strong.
I am wondering why it is such a beautiful road, that the only good road that we have in the quarters here, that people now sort it with rubbish, amount of rubbish. There's no way that the government will not come here and pack all these things. But yeah, before 3-4 days, it will be, you will see it fill all over the place.
Mr. James, who is a real estate consultant and a potential business owner in the area, emphasized that the district head of Gwagwalada town should reconsider the need for a proper site for waste dump, as this poses health hazard to not only individuals but the people in general, as this is where the people's source of water comes from.
It is totally wrong. It is unhygienic, and it poses serious, tremendous health risk to commuters and the dwellers, the neighborhood. Look at the water board here. Water is a basic amenities of life, and if it's contaminated, it can result to an epidemic. To me, the location here is not suitable. First, water board. Secondly, the kids in this school. Then thirdly, the neighborhood, the dwellers around the area. I don't know if the community do have a neighborhood association that can really take this case up to ensure that this particular place should be relocated.
Pedestrians also frown at the sight of the waste dump. They find it disturbing, especially where they have to be struggling to use the narrow road with vehicle owners and motorists. Speaking with the Waste Management Division head under the Department of Environmental Services, Gwagwalada Area Council, Mr. Haruna Obe, he affirmed that the department is making all effort to ensure that the waste site is properly managed.
We have a contractor in that phase 3 that is managing that place. He goes there twice in a week to evacuate those refuse. Before now, we have Robi in that area, but the community, the quarters community, they don't manage it. What I mean by they don't manage it, they prefer giving this waste to the wheelbarrow pusher, and at the end, the wheelbarrow guys will take it to no man's land. Instead of putting inside the container, they rather dump it on the ground, which make that place an eyesore.
He further stated that the residents of the area are the reason the place is looking unkept, as they failed to comply with the right measures put in place for refuse dumping.
And at times you imagine somebody will come with car. Instead of putting inside the rorobi, they rather dump it on the ground. And when you talk, they will ask you, the government is paying for this. So I think our mentality about environment should change. We should have positive environment and know how to manage our environment very well. You see, one thing I want us to understand is this. If you abuse the environment today, it will come back to you. But if you protect your environment, you are protecting your unborn children and your grandchildren. So I want us to understand that there is need for us to join hands together. It's not only the responsibility of government to manage the waste, it's an individual and government. So it's a joint effort. Another thing I want us to know is this. You see, the ground you are seeing, if you abuse the water, the air, the land, you are abusing our grandfather. You are abusing your grandmother because the earth on the ground, and the time will come, whatever you dump on the ground will also bounce back to you.
But as for the question, if that is a permanent site for dumping refuse, well, let's hear from the division's head of waste department.
It's not a permanent collection point, it's a transfer station whereby you dump your refuse inside the rural bin, then our truck will take it from that place to the final dump site. So that is the essence of that place.
Sharifat Yahya for iMedia TV.